Hi guys, this is Millennial June Cleaver back for you. I just wanted to do a quick post on one of my favorite things for my family that has saved us a ton of money in just a few short months. And so I think that this is great for parents of all kinds, families of all sizes, as well as college students or anybody who's trying to save money in their budget, especially in the food department. So I just wanted to go over one of my favorite products real quick and let's jump into it. So this is definitely by far one of the most underrated things I have ever used in my life. I had this sitting in my cabinet for at least 6 years and I never took full advantage of it until my family and I just sort of was like, we're done. We're done spending money. We're tired of having not so great diets, and we want to make a change. So I pulled some numbers, and I did this more or less as a New Year's resolution, and it's worked out wonderfully for our family. So in December, we spent $580 in eating out. This wasn't going and getting groceries and eating out. It was strictly eating out food. It was, if we had to go shopping at the mall, then I didn't feel like cooking dinner that night and we would eat out. Or little treats here and there for my husband and I. My husband would grab something while he was working. He wouldn't pack a lunch, things like that. So anything that was outside of our groceries went into this. And then I would, on top of that, buy groceries for our house. It was snacks for my daughter, snacks for when my husband felt like packing his lunch, meals, things that were quick and easy and didn't really take a lot of thought on my end. And so I would just pop them in the oven, things like that. Convenience meals, pretty much, or, your milk bread and cereal. So I ended up spending, like I said, $580 on just eating out on top of our groceries in December. And we thought to ourselves, we need to make a change. This is absolutely crazy. A family of three should not be spending upwards of $800 in food a month just because we don't feel like cooking or because the price of food is astronomical sometimes when those convenient meals. So we decided to take another approach. And so I came back into my cabinet, my recipe cabinet, and I just wasn't in the mood to try and make meals where part of the ingredients I would buy I didn't know how to use in another meal, or I didn't know if I would ever use that product. Like, for example, like ginger. I don't know what else I would make with ginger on a daily basis, or to be able to use the whole ginger root, or like I'm not a very big celery eater and I didn't want to purchase celery for one thing and then half of it go or bad, things like that. I wanted to be able to use things that we normally eat on a daily basis. So this book, my mom had purchased for me, I think, when I was going into college, saving money, saving a buck whenever I can, and I never used it until like 5 or 6 years later. And so it's called Dump Dinners. It's quick and easy dump dinners. This is a book by Kathy Mitchell. There's several of these kinds of books online that you can purchase. But I just wanted to go over how one recipe book can transform your ideas and thoughts on your budget and your dietary needs. So let me get into my 5 points. I do have my notes if you see me looking down. But this was, like I said, a huge money saver. In December, we spent $580 on eating out on top of our groceries. And then in January, with our groceries all included, we spent $249. So just with that savings of at least the 580, because we didn't eat out at all, it was so much nicer. We were able to put a little bit more in our savings and things like that. And so it was, it was life changing how you think, that eating out is not going to harm you as much, or you, $5 here, $5 there. Oh, well, $17 because one restaurant's just a little bit more, or then you have to include tip and other ones, and you just don't see those numbers until your mind is completely focused on adding them up. and it's almost like a slap in the face as to how dumb you can be. My husband and I just sort of looked at each other like, how in the world did we let that happen? So $249 for all of our dietary needs in January was such a blessing. We were able to save so much just in that time. Excuse me. So aside from being a money saver, that was definitely a key thing. And then these are like, this kind of goes along into it, but it's another point, is that they're very cheap meals. So for example, I have a recipe. I made the broccoli, bacon, and Parmesan penne, and I had a majority of the ingredients already, but let me show you. So it's probably backwards on this, but there are 5 ingredients listed. 5. Right there. Boom, boom, boom. 5. And let me read them off. Bacon, broccoli, Parmesan, evaporated milk, and penne. Or some sort of like short noodle pasta. So the only thing I don't think I had in my cabinet was probably the bacon and the evaporated milk. I use bacon, but it goes so quickly. So for example, so we live in the Midwest, so some people have different prices on groceries, but our bacon was $2.99. The broccoli was $1 for the frozen broccoli. The shredded Parmesan was $2.49. Evaporated milk, which is like a little can like this, was 79 cents. And then the pasta called for half a pound, but a pound of pasta here goes for $1. So in all, it was $8.27. Now for our family, and this goes into another one, is that it's easily substituted. So for our family, we wanted to add in a protein. So instead of me making chicken on the side, I just used ground chicken and threw it in, kind of like a casserole. So I added in ground chicken, and it was $3.69. So the whole meal was $11.96. And I'm talking about a decent sized dish. So my husband and I ate a good quarter of it, and then my daughter, she's only 2, so she eats, that portion size. And then we were able to have leftovers for my daughter and I for lunch and my husband the next day. So it was not only a steal for one meal, it was $11.96 for 2 or 3 meals. It was really nice. It was such a nice size. And so that right there saved us money, but it was, I love that it was ingredients that I already had, or I use often and I know how to use them with something else, or something that wasn't going to go bad. So another thing with the substitution is that, if you don't feel comfortable using frozen broccoli, we haven't quite gone that far. I want to make sure that the meals aren't going to, my stuff's not going to expire or go bad before I use it. But if you feel better with fresh broccoli, go with fresh broccoli. It's pretty simple. A bag of broccoli is $1, but fresh broccoli, if you want to take it one step farther on your diet, then that's perfect. Maybe you don't eat frozen broccoli. We do. So, or if you don't like bacon, get turkey bacon. It's so easily interchangeable. It was so nice. So, I already hit their thing in my pantry. And then we were eating healthier. Like, for example, I would normally make, before this whole book thing came out, we would make pizza rolls and no vegetable. Like, literally what was on my daughter's plate was 15 to 20 pizza rolls and ranch. We never made, broccoli with it. We didn't put green beans. We didn't have anything else. Hello. Hi, baby. And so we never had anything else with the pizza rolls. It was strictly pizza rolls. What did you have for dinner? Pizza rolls. Okay, what else? Nothing. So I felt bad. I wasn't meeting all of our dietary needs. I was literally skipping 4/5 of the food group pyramid. No, I'm not gonna eat those. She still loves snacks. So, but hi. You say hi? Hi. So, hi. Angle it so we can see your face. So, we were eating healthier. With these meals, it includes everything, you know, like I said, the diet or the dairy needs, the protein, the vegetable, and usually a small carb if it has it. But it was so nice. I didn't have to think about what goes with what, and you can have these. Yeah, we're gonna go see. So, it was just nice that I didn't have to think about anything other than getting dinner on the or dinner on the table and on their plates, because I knew that everything was going to be included, and there's not a whole bunch of extra added salt or seasonings or preservatives or things like that. It was sort of like the basic levels of food. So it wasn't the raw stuff. I still don't have the mind space or the time to even think about going, you know, with the paleo and stuff like that. Maybe someday, but right now I just needed to be able to take one step further on our dietary needs and be able to meet those within a budget. And so it was just really nice. So I'm going to recommend getting a Dump Dinners book. This is the one by Kathy Mitchell, like I said. I will have a link below for that. But if you go on Amazon, there are a ton more. There's even ones for like carry-ins or desserts or things like that. This is definitely Dump Dinners, the one that we use the most, simply because of the size of the meals. You can easily make them larger, like double or triple the amounts, and still be within a reasonable budget. But just the inspiration from these are amazing, and so I definitely wanted to recommend this. This is definitely something for anybody who's trying to save money on their food budgets or anything like that. You're just taking one step to get out of that processed food section, and this has definitely been a huge benefit or life hack in my family. So that's about it. I hope to hear from you as to what your favorite meal is. Share it in the comments. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe so I know what to do more. And I hope to see you later. See ya!